Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live stream. If you're watching live, drop a hashtag live down below. If you're watching the replay, drop a hashtag replay. I want to see who's here currently right now. Let me double check to make sure I'm going live on my phone. I always have this pulled up because one time I thought I was going live, only to find out I wasn't actually going live. So if everyone can hear me okay, if you can put a comment down below, that'd be great because I think I don't see it on my cell phone. Just want to make sure I'm not gonna start doing these reviews and no one can actually see or hear me. So let me know if you can see or hear me. I still can't see myself on my own phone, which is a little bit concerning. Okay, there we go. It's working now. Awesome. Alrighty, everyone. Hello, Jennifer. Thanks for being here. Whoever else is here, let me know. If you are watching and you didn't fill out the form below for me to review your channel, you need to fill that out first. And as a reminder, not all channels qualify. I specifically help channels who are working to either grow a business or a brand. So if you're doing like video game channels or something, more like entertainment related, no education, I'm like, that's not what this is for. So yes, everyone who is here, Tommy qualified, Jennifer qualified. We have a couple others as well. So if you're here, let me know. But I'm going to get started while some more people trickle in, but really fast. I want to give just a brief little presentation just so that everyone's on the same page and everybody's clear. So let me share my screen. Okay, so let me share this little presentation. This is going to be really quick, and then we're going to dive right into the reviews. So welcome officially to the free live YouTube and website reviews. These are specifically, again, for channels used for business and brand growth. Really quickly, I want to talk a little bit about me. This is just to show all of you what's possible for yourselves and to just reassure you that you're in good hands. There's a lot of people giving YouTube and business advice, but they don't actually have that type of advice. And there's a lot of people like in their 20s too, like my age, doing this. And, it's fine if you actually have experience, but sometimes people really fake their expertise and experience. And that's not what I'm about. That totally goes against my ethics. But me in a nutshell, so I am a Kajabi expert. I'm listed on their website as one of their experts. So I help with funnel building and websites and content. I'm also a former TEDx intern. That's where a lot of my experience with YouTube comes from. I started that internship in 2017. It was a four-year college internship. And after that ended, I actually started my own YouTube channel and brand. And I actually started that channel and brand with $17 in my bank account. And I went from 17 to now running a 6-figure business. So again, I show you this so that you can see what's possible for you too. If you're in a tight spot, well, guess what? You can rise from the ashes if you choose to do what it takes. And everyone who's listening is doing what it takes because you're investing your time and to expand your knowledge and to get expert advice. So congratulations. I was fired from Panera during COVID. That led me to launch my YouTube and business from my college dorm room. And then I knew I needed more business knowledge, so I signed up for Tony Robbins' Business Mastery. I actually did crazy stuff to do that. I sold my blood plasma. I was a test subject in MRI studies. I learned stocks. I sold my stuff just to afford that $10,000 program. So that's where a lot of my business knowledge comes from. Many people here are Tony Robbins fans. And then now I work with some top YouTube brands. I actually reached a point where I'm ready to give back, and I launched Creators for Change, which is a nonprofit focused on one cause per year. We empower creators and entrepreneurs to actually use the platform for good. Jennifer, Tommy, you two are doing it. Jennifer, you're doing an amazing job at educating people with art, inspiring them with creativity. And you, Tommy, you're doing a great job at helping men with their mental health. And you both put out really educational and positive content. So kudos to you. You're part of the mission for Creators for Change. How will this work? Again, you must have filled out a form in order for me to consider your channel and your website. I'm going to favor those who are here live and who already filled out the form. Still pay attention and take notes if I'm not reviewing your channel, because you can gain a lot of insights just by listening to the critiques that I give others. I have a client, and I did her review probably a year ago, and she still tunes into a lot of these live streams because she says that she just gets a lot of value from hearing what I have to say for other people's, because oftentimes the advice is the same. If I give one person advice about thumbnails, another person can take that advice too and apply it for their channel. The recording is always going to be available on my channel underneath the live stream tab, so you can always reference it. If you're not here live, you can always reference that too, the recording. And when I do these live streams, many ask me afterwards how to leave a tip. I put a link below. I never expect it, but I always appreciate it. The best way to thank me, honestly, is just by spreading the word. If you know of another creator or entrepreneur who's using YouTube as a platform for good, as a platform for putting good products into people's hands that can actually help them, just let them know that I do these channel reviews once a month, and I'm happy to help them with where they're at. Hello, Bahar. Nice to see you. I will tell you more at the end about my YouTube Business Bootcamp, because after I do these reviews, many people ask for more support, and I'm not here just to give you a bunch of advice here, leave you out to dry. So I do provide 3 different levels of support. If you're interested, I have my DIY course. That's $97 a month. That's constantly updated with new trainings, and you can actually request trainings, and I'll make those for you about business and branding with YouTube. I have my Done With You. That's what this stands for. Some people ask, what does this stand for? Done With You, Done For You. Done With You is me actually doing a lot of the work with you. So we have our small, intimate group. I never let that exceed like 7 or 8 people, because I hate those groups. I don't know if anyone else can relate. I hate those groups where you're just one out of hundreds of people and you can't even get your question answered. I kind of think of the recent Tony Robbins event. Tony Robbins is huge and I love him, and that was a free event, but it's like I wanted my question answered and the odds are totally not in my favor. That's not what this group is like. It's very intimate. You'll get your questions answered. You get personalized feedback. And then we also have our team create you an SEO content calendar, all done for you so that you're not guessing about what keywords to include. And if you really want us to do the heavy lifting, we have our done for you services. We have people on our team who set up paid advertisements. We also create funnels for you, both organic and paid. If you want one-on-one mentorship, we provide that as well. And then there's copy design. The list goes on and on. I mean, gosh, we've helped with membership setup, with all the technical back end. We've done channel rebrands. We do a lot. We help with offer suite clarity. So I'll talk more about that at the end, but for now, there's a link below if you want to check that out now. But let's start off with a little analogy. I love metaphors. Metaphors just make things click. Even Tony Robbins says that your metaphors create your reality. If you see your life as a war zone, it's going to be that. And if you look at your YouTube channel like this impossible thing, well, it's going to be that. But I love this analogy here. It makes it really simple. So you want to think of your YouTube channel as a house. So picture you have a house and you're inviting people to come and visit it. When people first visit your house, aka your YouTube channel, they're going to gain a first impression. And then they're going to decide if they want to stick around, keep revisiting, invite others, and eventually buy whatever it is that you're selling if you're treating your channel like a business. They will do those things if your messaging and your branding is clear and appealing. They understand what problem you solve and for who in an instant. We don't want people to use a bunch of brain energy just to figure out, okay, what does this person really do? Because if they don't know what problem you solve for them, why are they coming back? And again, like, people don't come to your YouTube channel for you. They really go there for them, for the value that they can get. So even though it's a personal brand, you're the face of it, we want to think of them at the forefront and what they want and need. And also, they'll keep coming back if they get to know, like, and trust you as an expert. Today, I'm going to help you establish sturdy foundations of your house and ensure that your audience understands your channels and your business's purpose like that. So these are the components of your house I'm going to critique. I really got fun with this metaphor, as you can see. We have your niche, which is like the foundation. We have your content pillars. Banner is oftentimes people's first impression. It's what they first see if they click on your profile. You got your profile photo, which is kind of like a representation of you. We want that to be clean, appealing, representable. And then we have thumbnails. Those are like paintings on the wall. We got your trailer. That's like you standing at the front door of your house, greeting people. We have different playlists. I think of that like organizing your books, aka like your videos on different shelves of like a like a playlist. And then we have your content strategy and consistency that I'm also going to critique. Some people are like, oh yeah, I wonder why like my channel and my business isn't growing. And then I look and they haven't posted a video in like 8 months. And I'm like, well, you might want to start by getting in the flow of consistency. And then I'm also going to take it the extra mile and look at the links to your funnels. So any websites that you have, If you don't have a website, that's okay. If you have any social media like Instagram or Facebook, I'll take a peek at that too. And then I will review any offers that you have. So who will go first? I know we have a couple signups here. Who's going to go first? I'm actually going to do Jennifer because she was here first. And I feel like Tommy's a ladies first kind of guy. So we're going to do Jennifer and then I'm going to do Tommy. So let me pull up Jennifer. I actually think I already had yours up because I was looking at it before this. And I know that you had a question as well about struggling to pick who you speak to. So I want to address that as well. Okay, but let me pull up your stuff. Jennifer, let me make sure I have your website. Okay, awesome. So good news, Jennifer. I've worked with quite a few people in the arts niche. And so I'm really excited to help you with yours. I pulled up a couple of my past clients that I want to show you. And there's more. The one thing I'm not a fan of about YouTube is sometimes it's actually hard to find the people you're looking for. It's not as always easy as typing them in the search bar. But okay, so here is Jennifer's channel. If anyone is interested in the arts and drawing, especially when it comes to animals, check out Jennifer and subscribe to her. She's got a lot of really valuable content. So yeah, Jennifer, the first thing I'm going to say is that this looks really good. Like these thumbnails look really good. As soon as I look at these, I know in an instant what it is that you do from these thumbnails. And that's the goal. Everyone listening, when people look at your channel, you want to imagine, okay, if somebody looked at my channel who wasn't able to read, would they be able to guess what my niche is? And looking at your thumbnails, Jennifer, people can absolutely guess. I mean, it's very obvious. We've got clear colored pencils. We have a hand with a pen in it. So, and then we have the drawing. So this is beautiful. And I see exactly like what the video is about. So it's perfect. It's beautiful. Keep it up with these really nice thumbnails. One thing that we can work on, and I know you're aware of this, is the banner, because that just doesn't tell me anything about what it is that you do. And everyone, as I'm doing these reviews, I'm going to point out like a bunch of little things, but all these little gaps add up to form a big gap, if that makes sense. Because there are channels out there on YouTube who have grown and they don't have the perfect banner. However, just having it adds a higher degree of professionalism. And when there's that higher degree of professionalism, then what you do in your channel sticks in people's minds and they're more likely to come back. When more people come back, you're going to get more views, you're going to get more interest in your products. Sorry, there's a very loud fire truck outside my house. I think my microphone covers it up though, so that's a lucky thing. Oh, that's very distracting. Give it 1 second to pass by. Okay, it's gone. Sorry about that. Sometimes when there's a big noise in my ear, I can't even think straight. Back to you, Jennifer. So yes, the banner. Let's have a really solid tagline, something really clear, and let's also have a picture of your face in the banner. Let me look at my other past clients really quick. This is a good example. So this is Brad. He's a gentleman I worked with, and look at, he has a nice picture of his face. So this is good because when there's a face to the brand, it gives a personal feel to it. People will start to see you, Jennifer, as a leader, as an authority. You know, we have the name of his program. He has the Artistic Avenger program. It's my mission to make you the best artist you're meant to be. Tutorials, reviews, fan art, and more. So it's very clear what he does. We want that for you, and you can use Canva. So everyone, you could simply go to Canva. Here, let me show you. It's really easy. If you guys don't have Canva yet, you want to at least get the free version. If you go to Canva and you type in YouTube banner, Canva templates, check this out. We've got a lot of really nice templates for you to pick from. So you could choose one of these, plug and chug away, and we can get you looking really professional here. So that's one thing. Another thing as well is, now I'm just thinking of your branding. I would recommend that, let me go here, let me go home before I make that comment. Yeah, your profile photo looks really nice. I see the pencil in there. For some reason, I feel inclined to suggest that this is a white background. Something about the red, kind of like, I don't know, something about the red sends a subconscious message. I think it would just be cleaner if it was like white, because it would just match better with your thumbnails. Something about the red. So there's a deep psychology with colors. If you go to color psychology, I think it's on the color psychology, I think it's .com or .org. It actually gives you, no, that's not it, .org, it must be .org. Yeah, so this gives you like an in-depth analysis of all the colors. So colors are important because they actually send like a message in people's minds. Sometimes red can be like almost negative depending on how you use it. And it actually, like just a white background would be much cleaner. I know that's like a little thing, but it can make a huge difference. And one thing I really want to talk about with you, because actually before this call, I was watching your videos and there's a few things I want to point out to you. So one thing is that on YouTube for long form videos, it's actually favored not just by the algorithm, but also by humans. So these are viewer preferences. It's favored when long form videos are filmed horizontally. So let me give you an example here. Come on, Brad, show you drawing. Like it's good to like have it not be cut off. You see how Brad here, you see how the video covers up the whole frame. So that's favored on YouTube. So this is like a little minor thing, but just by changing the way that you film, then you can get ranked higher in the algorithm and then people can have a better experience viewing you, especially on the cell phone. Imagine like someone pulls up your YouTube video on a phone, like that's going to be really small because you can't like view it vertically, if that makes sense, because these black boxes are always going to be there. So even if I hold my phone vertically, it's actually going to like look very small because those black boxes are there. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if you're visual like me, but I hope you could like see what I'm talking about there. Let me see. I'm looking. Let me pull up your comments here so we can like chat here. Red is my old branding and I haven't gotten around to changing it yet. Yeah, of course. It'll just look really clean with the white background. But yeah, let's change the way that you film some of these. So what I recommend, because I know shorts are really popular, so you can, it's good to like have a vertical video for shorts, but we want it to be horizontal for videos. And what you could simply do is when you're drawing your videos, like you could film it horizontally. And then if you want to repurpose it into a short, then you can like crop it so that it's vertical. That's one thing I recommend. And another thing as well, this is probably my biggest suggestion for you, Jennifer. Remember that we like on YouTube, people are going to return to a channel if they get value. And so I really want you to think of who the ideal person is who would want to watch this content. If someone's going to YouTube and looking up for a drawing of a pit bull, it's likely that they're going to want to learn how to draw it. And I noticed a lot of your videos, it shows like a time lapse of you like drawing these animals, and it can be very entertaining for people. However, most people looking at these videos want to actually learn how to draw it. I remember I gave this advice to Brad, and that's why his videos started getting like thousands of views, is because he started like actually teaching, like, oh, this is how you draw the eyes. This is now how you draw the nose, like shade it lightly here. It was more of like a tutorial. And so I would actually recommend that for you just so that we can give more value, because I guarantee you that on YouTube, there's more people looking up how to draw a pit bull versus like a time lapse, because you see how that's not as like valuable. So watch this, how to draw a pit bull. For example, look at this, 54K views. This is what I want for you, Jennifer. I want you to have this many views, and I want you to like, I want people to leave your videos like feeling like they've gotten a lot of value. Look at these. This is how your videos can be. It can be framed more of like how to versus currently. This isn't a how to. It's just a more of like an entertaining life drawing of a black spaniel in colored pencils, time lapse. So I don't know if this is something that you're open to, but maybe it's just something you can consider. I'm not saying that you have to do tutorials. You could still do time lapse, but most people here, let's look at something, drawing of pit bull. So if I just type in drawing, look at these are all tutorials. If you notice, almost all of them are tutorials. Check that out. Yeah, like doing a voiceover. So watch some of these videos just to get a sense of how they do it. But that's essentially it, is they're doing a voiceover. And what you could actually do is you can film that video horizontally, and you can like film it and you're actually doing a voiceover. So you could, there's a couple ways you could do it. You can either like talk as you're drawing, or you could just draw it and then later edit in the voiceover. I think it'd be more valuable to have like an easier for you just to do it, like talk as you're drawing it. And then what you could do, if you still want to post these time lapse, these could do really well under shorts because they're more entertaining. So maybe you could take that footage from the tutorial, obviously cut out your voice, and then just speed it up so that it's a time lapse, and that could be more entertaining. But do you see, Jennifer, like, do you see how that would be valuable for the viewer? Because most people looking up drawing videos of dogs are looking for how to do it. I mean, it's evident here. If I just type in drawing a pit bull, you don't see, I don't think any of these are time lapses. These are all how-tos. And the good news is that some of these are doing really well. Jennifer, this is what I want for you. Like a video that you posted 6 years ago to still be appearing at the top of search. So everyone, do you really want to know like the secret formula to business success with YouTube? I actually call it the Grand Slam YouTube video. So Grand Slam YouTube video is a video that appears in search and it gives value to people. And in the video, there's a call to action saying, hey, if you got value from this video and you want to learn how to draw or you want to check out these products that I have, click the link down below. Everyone, that's leads and sales on autopilot. That's what my clients do. I have clients where they're still appearing in search and they're still getting sales on products that they talked about years ago. Like it's mind-blowingly crazy that a video, like a 5-minute video that you posted years ago can be literally bringing in passive revenue. It's mind-boggling. There's people who are skeptical about passive revenue, but it really is valuable. Tommy says, voiceover is a great idea. As someone that's working with audio, please make sure you have a decent recording mic. You don't have to spend hundreds. Yeah, audio is huge. People will click off of a video if the audio is like distracting or not good. So thanks, Tommy, for that reminder. I'm someone who doesn't have a keen sense of hearing, but there's people with really like a keen sense of hearing. So if it's not good, they'll click off. But there's something else I wanted to bounce off of you, Jennifer. This is a client of mine, Cindy. Well, we worked a while back, but something that she's offering, like she has her galleries. So like you could buy her paintings, but she also does like workshops and online programs. So this is cool because now she's teaching people how to draw. So it becomes more than just a YouTube channel. Now it's a business because she's providing a service. She's teaching people how to draw in these workshops. What's this right here? What's included? So she's got step-by-step programs. That's cool for portraits. Hers is obviously painting, but this is something, Jennifer, that you can do, and it can really set you up. Now, when I looked at your website, I don't think I saw anything like that, like courses or workshops. I'm not saying you have to do it, but it's a really great way to monetize on the next level. And I don't know what your goals are, like if you're trying to leave a job or if you're already doing this full time, but you want to get it to the next level. This is a huge step for really like making solid revenue with this, like more than some people make in a year from a traditional job. So I don't just say that to try to sell you dreams, like legit, like all those channels that I pulled up, I bet you almost all of them have like workshops or online courses or products that they're selling, and they're earning revenue from that. And so that's why I don't like to just teach YouTube monetization, because the ad platforms and the revenue can fluctuate every month and be very unpredictable. Did you have imposter syndrome, not thinking I'm good enough to offer workshops? So Jennifer, I beg to differ. I mean, I never like obviously spoken to you, but you have all the credibility that you need. You're very good at drawing. If you saw me try to draw a dog, it would look like 3 dots and a little flappy ear. So I just really want you to take a moment and look at this work. This looks like an actual photo of a real dog. You have all the credibility right under your nose, and it's really up to you to see that. I mean, I can tell you that, but what really matters is the voices going on in your own head. And it's one of those things where sometimes you just got to work despite the fear. I mean, yeah, I had imposter syndrome when I first started, but I kept the viewer in mind. And I knew that, okay, me not offering my help is actually selfish. It's actually selfish because here I am, I have the ability to help, but I'm letting these made up beliefs in my head stand in the way. It's like, it makes no sense. It's like actually very selfish, but it's selfless to put those to the side and say, you know what? I have these fears, but I'm still going to put myself out there. I'm still going to offer workshops and courses, and I'm going to do it because I know I have value to give, and this is my mission. This is something I'm meant to do. I'm just reading the comments. That's really nice of you, Tommy. Really nice of you to offer help with the mics. Yeah, of course, Jennifer. It's not something like, it's something to think about. But other than that, let's see, your website. I mean, there's obviously credibility here. Look at the certificate. Look at these drawings. It's all here. Nice picture of you. I would recommend having a video. I'd recommend having a video of you. Everyone, this goes for everyone. Having a video on a web page, on a landing page, increases conversions by over 70%. I learned that from Business Mastery from Tony Robbins. Why? Because let's say I'm not interested in learning how to draw dogs, but let's say my cousin is, because she actually is. I'm gonna go up to my cousin and be like, hey, like I just found a really great drawer, like you should check her out. And if let's say I send her the link to your channel, it's like, if she's new to you, like it's harder to establish a sense of someone. People aren't as likely to make a purchase, especially for like workshops or courses or even art, if they don't have like a sense for the person. So that's one. You could just film like a 1 or 2 minute video just saying, hey, I'm Jennifer. This is what I do. This is the problem that I solve. If you're interested in my work, check out my YouTube channel, check out my gallery, check out my Etsy store, that sort of thing. But other than that, Jennifer, you do have really good foundations. So you should be really proud of yourself for even putting this website together, putting together your art. I mean, you've taken a big step that most people haven't. Let's see, you got testimonials, you got a blog. This is beautiful. This is all really nice. Well, this, I don't think we've posted for a while here. Maybe we can get back in the flow of consistency with this. And then maybe we can promote it on YouTube. But there's another thing, Jennifer, I want to point out. And then I'm going to move over to Tommy. The other thing too is regardless if you want to do like a workshop or online courses, I saw in your profile that you have an Etsy store. So you have an Etsy store, and what you could simply do is, because you're selling art on here, so you do have you do have stuff for sale. What I recommend in your videos is having a call to action. So regardless if you want to keep it with these time lapses or have how-to videos, I encourage you to have a call to action in the videos saying, hey, you know, if you found this valuable, you can buy my artwork down below, and then you can put like a link to your Etsy store. If you do decide to do workshops and courses, then I encourage you to have that call to action and actually put the link in the, oh, good, you have it. Oh, this is great. I could have sworn that I watched some of your videos before this and I didn't see the Etsy store. So this is awesome that you have this already. That's amazing. Maybe we can like say it in the video or have some text. If you don't want to say it, you can at least have like text written on the screen towards the end saying that, you know, if you like this, check out my Etsy store below. And then one last thing that I wanted to tell you was that your social media links don't work, and neither does your website. We need to have the https:// and then social media. Yeah, you want to get the direct link to your social media. Don't just put @ like get the Instagram.com @ and make sure that it's clickable and check it. Check it when it's uploaded to make sure it works. This is crazy, everyone. Sometimes people come to me and they're like, Ari, I wonder why no one's going to my website, or I wonder why no one went over to my Instagram. And then I go to their page, and the most common problem is that the links don't work. And we can simply fix that, because the odds that someone's going to copy and paste this is actually very low, sadly. People give up pretty quickly. They have low attention spans. I just added it from my... Okay, so you just added that for your most recent video. Let's get in the habit of doing this for all your videos. Every single one. Some people are hesitant to quote sell in every video, but selling really is a service. It's only a disservice if you're selling them like a garbage product, which in your case, Jennifer, is not the case. I mean, you have beautiful artwork, and it speaks for itself. I mean, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So people like this, they can buy. And selling is only a disservice, everyone, if you're selling like a crappy online program, crappy consulting, crappy paintings, which is not the case for Jennifer, and I doubt anyone else on this call. But other than that, Jennifer, I think you're doing amazing. I think you're really solid. If you stick to consistency, and we have like solid titles with maybe how to, we have those keywords in there. I mean, and if you decide you do want to offer workshops and courses, I mean, like we're golden here. So that I'm looking at my notes here, that those are the main things that I wanted to cover with you. I could keep going on and on, but Jennifer, I know you said that you have imposter syndrome. And if you do want to talk about that with me one-on-one, I am offering calls just to people who registered for this event. If you want to get on Zoom, Jennifer, there's a Calendly link down below, and we can talk more about the imposter syndrome. And if you do want to, if you are serious about offering workshops and courses. So those links are below. Totally up to you. It's just a free gift for people who registered. If you're listening and you didn't register and you sign up for Calendly, I'm going to cancel that because you have to register first. Awesome. Yeah, make those changes. And if you want to, we can book that call. It is totally my pleasure. Wow, I talked longer than I thought I was. I was trying to keep each one to 20 minutes, but it's okay. Thank you, Tommy, for being patient. And Jennifer, I would encourage you to still stick around for Tommy's because, again, everyone can benefit from everyone else. So let me pull up Tommy. Okay. Anyone listening, if you have an interest in men's mental health, check out Tommy because Tommy has got solid content. I'm not just saying that. I watched a couple of his shows. Let's see. I watched this one. Usually it shows the bar. I watched one of these ones. Usually it shows the red bar, but it's not showing it. But anyway, Tommy, I love this. I'm going to say, first off, I wasn't surprised by your last comment about the microphone because when I was even listening to this, I was like, man, production quality is solid. Tommy really knows this stuff with production quality, good audio. These thumbnails look great. I mean, we've got a solid brand here. Tommy, you did a really amazing job. And I'm really excited because mental health is really something that speaks to me. It's actually one of the currently most voted causes for Creators for Change. So Tommy, we might be collaborating soon. If anyone wants to vote for this year's philanthropic cause, there's a link below. But back to Tommy here. Tommy, I'm just very impressed by you. Like, your branding is spot on. Your production quality is spot on. One thing that I do recommend is that we want to remember that YouTube is a search engine. So with that being said, it's not just an algorithm that we're working with, because we are working with an algorithm, but what the algorithm really pays attention to is what people watch. So what we're really working with is human psychology, because what works with human psychology, the algorithm is going to favor. So I want everyone to keep in mind that we're not really working with an algorithm. It's more so human psychology. The algorithm is just kind of like the middleman, if you will. And so with that being said, Tommy, when I first saw your channel, like for the first time, you actually like messaged me the name, The Quiet Riot Show. And when I first heard that, like, I didn't quite know what to expect. I didn't know right off the bat what your channel was about or what your niche was. Going to your channel, I could see it. It's Men's Mental Health Podcast. And when I hear men's mental health, it makes sense because, like, thinking of the men I know in my life, you know, friends, family, the men who had mental health issues, it was like a quiet riot. And so I love the name, The Quiet Riot Show. However, it didn't quite like immediately click for me. And so with that being said, what I would recommend is a couple things. In the name of your channel, I would recommend having the keyword men's mental health. You could even put Men's Mental Health Podcast, even though that might be a little bit too long. But we can have The Quiet Riot Show and then a vertical line. You know how there's like a vertical line on the keyboard? And then we can have Men's Mental Health. That way, the algorithm is going to have a better sense of what your niche is, and it's going to recommend it to the right people. Also, when people come across your page for the first time, it's going to click. It's going to click what you do. Okay, I'm going to look at your thumbnails in a second. I just saw your comment right here. And so another thing too, remember I was telling Jennifer that the banner matters because again, we're working with human psychology there. Men's mental health is very small. I almost don't see it. If this was on like a cell phone, this would be like, oh, that'd be really small on a cell phone. Look at that. I can't even read that. So I would actually recommend for the banner that we put Men's Mental Health Podcast at the very top, and let's make that visually very appealing. And then underneath that, we can have the Quiet Riot Show, just so that like immediately people know. Remember that when people land on your YouTube page, we don't want people to have to spend a lot of brain energy to figure out what you do, because the more brain energy that they have to spend, then the less likely they'll actually watch your video, because like you have to give them a reason to watch. It's too much of a risk for people to like click on a 2-hour video if they're not even sure right off the bat like what it is. So I would actually recommend, Tommy, that in your video, because right now you have the Quiet Riot Show episode 42. The number one thing that YouTube looks at when you post a video in terms of SEO is the words and the title. And so I'm not telling you to stop using the Quiet Riot Show, but if we just swap that out with Men's Mental Health Podcast episode 42, man, algorithm would know what you do. People would know what you do. Keep using the Quiet Riot Show because it's amazing. I love that. I think it's such a solid representation of what people do. But just that one tweak alone, man, that could really like take you to the next level. Because that's a search term. That's something that people are actively looking for. And so I just don't want you to. These are great videos, and I just want people to know off the bat what it's about and the algorithm. Let's see. You mentioned your old. Oh, yeah, man, Tommy, you came a long way. Yeah, you definitely came a long way. These aren't bad, but your current ones are much better. Your current ones, like, you know, you have something different for the thumbnail. And for this one, we're just repeating the same text. Ooh, look at that. You got a nice upgrade about 10 months ago. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm glad that you got this because... yeah, Tommy, you're really good with graphics and technical things, so you're good with audio. I don't need to like give you feedback on anything. Okay, let's go back to your latest. But yeah, these are really great. Let me read some of these. I'm doing okay, just need to work on myself. Taking it day by day. Yeah, so it looks really good, Tommy. Now I'm thinking like, I think we could even like, there's a saying that less is more. Less is more. That basically means that the less text you have, the less graphics you have, the more effective it can actually be. So some of these are really good. Some of them, like this one, for example, just seems a bit overwhelming visually. Interrupting a good workflow sucks, and it's hard to get back into it. I almost feel like we can have like better text with this, like something more concise, something more in a nutshell. Let me show you an example. I really like, you know who really nailed this? I don't know if you watch Lewis Howes. I'm just going to type it. I bet he's covered this topic. Lewis Howes, Men's Mental Health. Like, he just has really concise text. Look at that. Overcome anxiety today. Mental health expert, how to work with your anxiety to heal your life. He usually has better. Look at this one. This one's about mental health. This is a man. Not everyone deserves you. This, you see how like this can really like speak to people? Doctor, the happiest people do this. He has some that are really good. Here, maybe if I take out the word men's, because he's always talking about mental health. Do this to heal. Let me just click on his channel. But notice how all of his thumbnails, it's like 6 words or less, almost all of them. Maybe you can have one that says like, this can be pivotal for men. Stop living like this. Avoid the negativity trap. You see how like these are like very like short, but they hook you in, you know? This drink causes Alzheimer's. I want to click on this one because I'm like, shoot, what if I'm drinking something that's causing me Alzheimer's? You see that? This is known as the gap theory of curiosity. The gap theory of curiosity is when a question is left unanswered. You see how this one, a question is left unanswered? This drink causes Alzheimer's. It kind of creates this itch. Again, when I say itch, it kind of makes you itchy. Like, you know, when you have an itch, it's like, oh, I got to scratch it now. You want that effect for your videos. When someone sees it, they're like, oh, I got to watch that now. I got to figure out what he's talking about here. And then he's got great keywords: Alzheimer's, health mistake, 30s and 40s, ego is ruining your life. Tommy, I think we can have that for you. Just something more concise. And I wish I can give you a specific example for some of these, but I would need to like watch through one of the whole videos. And I watched most of one of these, but I can't remember which one it was. But I think you do a good job. Let me look at this here. Not breaks mentality. There is no breaks at all being in a touring band. If we're not okay, we can. So this one has it a little bit, but I don't see one video that like really nails it. This one's good. We're taking 3 months off drinking, but it's not quite landing it. It's not quite creating that itch. I hope you know what I mean here. So maybe you can like study some of Lewis's videos and just like watch it and like see how he got to some of these. Sometimes I use ChatGPT for some of these. So you can tell ChatGPT that you could just type in a prompt. Hey, ChatGPT, I've created this video about XYZ. I'm thinking about this for the title. I want to achieve the gap theory of curiosity. Can you help me like basically structure it, and can you include keywords in the title? That, Tommy, that on top of the keywords can really help you strike a gold here. So really great job with that. I want to look at this video here. Again, really nice background, really good job. I love this on air. I love how the camera switched back and forth. This is really, really nice. So amazing job. One thing, let's see, you got your website. Okay. Jennifer, if you're still here, you see how Tommy here has his direct links? You see how now this is clickable? This is what we need for you. We need it to be like clickable. And he got this by like typing out the direct instagram.com/name. So that's what we want for you. So a little side note for Jennifer here. But no, this looks really good. Show sponsors rainy day. Tommy, do you have your own website? I don't think you do, but let me know if I'm wrong. Because if you have a website, I want to talk to you about that. It automatically puts this. Yeah, Jennifer, it automatically puts the social icon for it. So this is why I want you to do it, because then it stands out. Visually, it stands out right away amongst this white text, or if you're viewing it on the... Usually people look at YouTube on the white background. It still stands out really nicely amongst the text. Okay, you don't have a website. That's the next step. No worries. When you do have a website, Tommy, we want to put the link down here, and you want to reference it as much as you can. So whatever you decide to put on your website, maybe it's blogs, maybe it's a newsletter, maybe you decide to do your own consulting or your own course or your own membership, then in every video, you want to talk about it. It doesn't need to be like super salesy, like click the link down below now to buy the membership. No, it could just be a simple, nonchalant, like, yeah, we just had a client like this past week and they did the membership and they got this amazing result through it. It could be more of like a case study, testimonial type of deal. But yeah, every video you want to talk about that in there. Let me give you an idea, Tommy. I'm just here to brainstorm with you. I really like brainstorming during these calls because budget is very limited, so that wasn't in the picture. I gotcha. Yeah, you got to take it like one step at a time. You can focus now on building the following, and then once you do, maybe at minimum, Tommy, maybe at bare minimum, you can try to capture emails. So there's very inexpensive platforms like MailChimp, for example, is one, and I forget the exact price. They're always changing these prices all the time, but I think there's even a free version, and you can maybe, Tommy, even offer something for free. Something for free, like like a PDF, or PDFs are, you could even do like a little mini course, and you don't have to spend a lot of money on it. You can just offer it. I even had one client do it on like Google Drive, like a private Google Drive folder. But I'm going to show you something, Tommy, because when my client started, where is she? When my client started, she wasn't, like, her budget was tight as well, but this is what I'm hoping for you. This is my client here. All her videos appear towards the top of search. She has a bunch of Grand Slam videos, but Tommy, as you can see, she has a lot of like very niched keywords. Maybe you could even consider doing like book reviews, because those do really good. But she has a membership, and in every one of her videos, she talks about this membership. And it's really easy to join, $27 a month. We've got a clear roadmap. So I'm not saying like you have to do this now, obviously, but maybe this is something that we can work towards. It's good to have a vision in mind, just so that a vision in mind, because I'm telling you, everyone, like, this is the best way to monetize your knowledge and your expertise on YouTube. Tommy, there's a bunch of people watching you on YouTube, and you know, they want more value. They trust you as an expert. They like you as a person. And so the best way to be in service to them is by offering products and services. And it's just a great way to monetize beyond ad revenue when you hit that point. But that's a little side tangent. Going back to your videos here. Let's see here. Tommy, the biggest piece of advice that I have for you in your videos is just more keywords. I want you to think of men who are experiencing mental health issues. What are like the key words that they're typing in? Because I can almost guarantee you that there's not one word here that they're typing in. When life rings the final bell. There's a saying that clear is better than clever. So this is a very clever line. When life rings the final bell. Okay, I'm not like a sports person, but I'm assuming that has to do with like something like with boxing. When life rings up, you see how like you see how I'm using brain energy to figure out, versus like for Emma here, my client, how to improve your self-esteem. You see how she has keywords: self-esteem, positive affirmations. She happens to be a therapist, metabolic treatment. Like, she has keywords, nervous system. We're lacking that for you, Tommy, but let's do a little bit of research, because I want you to leave this call with some solid keywords. If I type in men's mental health, let's see. So if you use TubeBuddy, you can actually get the free version, and you can type in keywords. So anyone listening here can do this. And over here on TubeBuddy, you can go over to tags. So these are the top tags when it comes to this search term at men's mental health. Mental health is obviously one. Depression, health, masculinity, men. Some of these are people. Stigma. Let's see what else we got here. Interview. That's cool. Tommy, you're doing a bunch of interviews. Suicide. Some of these get a little dark. Suicide. But no, it's good, because that's what people are typing in. People are going to YouTube when they're facing these hard challenges, and we want to be in service. The way we're in service is by having the keywords. Relationships, dating. Tommy, you could talk about these. Couples, exes, kids. I saw you had what did you say? You had parenthood in one. That's a great keyword. But in every video, I want you thinking this way. I want you to put your shoes, I want you to put yourself in the shoes of a man experiencing mental health issues, and think, okay, what is he typing in? What are some keywords? Because even a title such as Overcoming Depression with Zach Kreezer, the Men's Mental Health Podcast Show, like, that's going to get way more traction. Yeah, that's TubeBuddy. I'm looking at the comments now. Haha, yeah, I was wrestling and his mom passed away. Okay, so men, I'm sure more men would know what that means than a woman who's not into sports. But still, regardless, clear is better than clever, because not all men like what was it? Wrestling. Yeah, not all men like it. So but yeah, Jennifer, that was TubeBuddy, and you can get the free version. I have the paid one. I pay like maybe $5 or $6 a month, and it just gives you some more keywords. And I like it too, because one other thing you could do is, I'm just going to use Emma. Like, let's say, Tommy, you find someone in your Oh, I've got so many. Okay, so let's say that you find a video in your niche that you want to model. You could actually, with TubeBuddy, see what tags they're using. Anxiety, depression, mental health, social anxiety, overthinking, and you can use those tags too for your videos and also in the description and in the title. I hope that makes sense. There's one other thing I was going to tell you. Let me look at it. Oh, good. You're using BetterHelp. Awesome. This looks like an affiliate link. Tommy, this is perfect. So I know I mentioned earlier that one of the best ways to monetize is through products and services. I want to clarify, they don't have to be your own products and services. So Tommy here, looks like you're an affiliate for BetterHelp. My client Emma is too. And so you can actually partner with companies and have like an affiliate partnership where whenever someone buys through your link, you earn some commission from it. So you could do this with services like BetterHelp. This is affordable therapy. You could also do it with physical products. So I'm thinking of you, Jennifer, like supplies. Tommy says he doesn't do it anymore. That's okay. Maybe a goal in the future, I would recommend, Tommy, is to work towards that. You could do one or the other or both. So you could do affiliate products, your own products, or both. I always recommend both, working yourself towards that, just so that you have multiple streams of revenue. But no, Tommy, this looks really nice. The biggest thing for you is just keywords. And you have some here, like this one, you have words like therapy. Even, Tommy, in the description here, you want to have keywords. I mentioned that the number one thing that YouTube looks at is the title for keywords. And the second is the description. So the first 200 characters of your description, you want that to have keywords because that's the main part that YouTube scans. Just reading the comments here. We had to stop it because they had some limitations that they were putting on our releases and descriptions. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, and that's why it's good to have more than one stream of revenue because an affiliate partner can have an issue. The ad platforms can have an issue with paying you money. All these different things can happen. So I think of revenue streams like legs on a table. And instead of trying to build 4 legs at once, everyone, just try to get one leg firmly established. Once you have that going, build another leg. And then you could just keep adding more on as time goes. But for you, Tommy, one last thing I want to say. Actually, I still want to look at your shorts really quick. But another thing I want to say is if you're not offering your own products right now, that's fine. But what you could work towards is having some freebies. So in the meantime, maybe we could just collect some emails. I'm just giving you an idea here. Like my client has like a free course. She has like all these tools, like a habit builder, emotion tracker, a list of coping skills. Now, hers obviously aren't catered to just men, but maybe we can think of something that can really cater to men. So maybe we can do some research on what men really need to help them with their mental health, and maybe we can create some type of free resource that you offer in exchange for their email. Having an email list is really valuable because then whenever you post a new video, you can always send an email out to your list, encouraging people to watch it and to leave a comment, and that just keeps you in their awareness. So it's really effective. Let's see here. Other than that, thumbnails are really good. Another thing too, Tommy, maybe we can make these images bigger. So if we use less text like I recommended, then we can like make these pictures bigger because right now they're very teeny tiny. I can't even, like this one, I can't even make out people's faces. So going back to Lewis, did you notice in Lewis's how he had like the faces were blown up? Look at that. This is how I want your thumbnails to look. Because psychologically, remember, we're not working with an algorithm, we're working with psychology. When people see a thumbnail like this, they become connected to the faces. There's something in our brain that like makes a connection whenever we see human faces. And then alongside easy text, this is a really great recipe for people to actually click. So this is what we want to strive for. To offer freebies. I have lots of material from therapy to help me. That's beautiful, Tommy. Maybe we can offer that. just remember to include a strong disclaimer that, because maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think you are a therapist, because my previous client actually used to be a therapist. And so you might just need a disclaimer just saying that this is just for educational purposes. The whole shebang. You could use, there's a lot of AI tools, and there's lawyer websites that offer like free disclaimers. There's one called Rocket Lawyer, and they'll actually like help you to structure out a terms of service and a disclaimer that you can look into. But yeah, everyone listening to, I love what you just said, Tommy, that you're going to change your thumbnails, because oftentimes like people just focus on like creating like new videos. But what you could also do to get views is just go back to your old videos and revamp the thumbnails and the titles. I want you to imagine that your YouTube videos are like books. People do judge books by their titles and by their covers. Not just people, but have you ever been to like a library or a bookstore and there's like a computer and you could type in keywords like world history and it'll tell you exactly where that book is? So then you go over to the world history section, you see all these books, and you judge by the cover and by the title which one you're going to read. Same thing for YouTube. People go to YouTube, type in a keyword, men's mental health. They're going to see everything that comes up, everything that's ranking, and then they judge a book on its title and cover. And so what you could do with YouTube, the beauty in it is that you can change your old book covers and your old book titles. Or video, I should say. I'm getting lost in this metaphor. You could change the titles and the thumbnails. And when that happens, when you make adjustments, especially if you clarify it with keywords, YouTube can give the video more impressions. And so it starts showing it to more people. And it's happened to me before where I've done this, and a video, the views went from stagnant to it picked back up. It started ranking in search. So literally, like I have graphs where it's like dupe right when I change the thumbnail. I was even watching a YouTube video the other day. I think it was Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast obviously has a huge audience, but same thing still applies. He said the same thing. He said he changed an old video on his channel. He changed the thumbnail and the title. Now that video is one of the top viewed ones on his channel. That's the power. A title and a thumbnail can make or break you in the world of YouTube. So something to keep in mind. Yeah, we have that. We stress that in our convos when we suggest something. We always say we aren't perfect. Yeah. I actually have a new, I forgot I did this. I just filmed a new YouTube video. It's not done yet. I already sent it to my editor, but it's about YouTubers specifically in the health niche. A step to grow is always to have a disclaimer. It's just something that YouTube favors when you say disclaimers, when you put disclaimers, because obviously YouTube doesn't want to be liable for anyone taking in the wrong health information or not getting that disclaimer. But yeah, Tommy, biggest thing for you, honestly, if you just took that one piece of advice in terms like when it comes to thumbnails and titles, Tommy, you're gold, because you have really good content. I don't even have anything to say about your content. The delivery is spot on. Everything. Let me see something. I think I took a note. Oh, I know. There was actually one thing with your content that I wanted to say. So in your video, let me turn off the audio. Yeah, so in your video, like you had a really nice intro. This was like a little snippet. And then we had like this beginner, like this intro here. I think this intro could be more valuable if we somehow communicated there, whether it's through text or verbally, like what this podcast is about. We see it here, but it's very small. Men's Mental Health Podcast. So the intro, maybe we could just have it like include like some type of tagline, like maybe you can get someone on Fiverr to help you with an intro, but just something like that gives people a better sense. Because like this intro didn't really tell me anything about men's mental health. It was like a nice little breather before we got into the podcast, but I don't know. It still didn't tell me exactly what it was. So if somebody clicked on this video, I can't remember this intro exactly, but I don't think it immediately tied to men's mental health. someone could click on the video and still have no idea what this channel is about, even based on the title here, based on everything that they're saying, based on the name of the channel. So maybe we could just incorporate like that tagline, like have it be like a little commercial, like, welcome to the Quiet Riot Show, where, we talk about men's mental health, discussing, try to keep it short and sweet, but something like that, because I thought that was really missing when I first saw it. But that is my review for you, Tommy. Jennifer, if you have any questions about that, if you have anything lingering. Oh, I know, really quick, shorts. Sorry, Tommy, I forgot about your shorts. I promised you I'd look at your shorts. Let's see here, Rise and Shine, learning the parent. So same thing with shorts applies. Same thing. So we want to have keywords, because what YouTube does, it does this more on like mobile, but YouTube actually shows shorts in search results. Look at this. So my goal for you, Tommy, is to appear in shorts search. So you could even have, like, look at this title, The Hard Truth of Men's Mental Health. Take on men's mental health. The goal is, that's the goal for you, is to appear there. And like a lot of these titles just don't tell me that. Like Rise and Shine, Why Waking Up Early, ... And I don't really get it right away. And then the community tab. A lot of people underestimate this, but Tommy, I would give little updates here whenever you release a new video. People really underestimate this. This is a really great place to engage and update people about your new content. Perfect. Awesome. I really went in depth. I really over-delivered for Jennifer and Tommy here, but I do have 2 other reviews. I want to see if, oh wow, we had another mental health channel. We had Mentalopedia. But I want to see if they're even here first, because if they're not, I might just save them for the next session. It's more valuable when the people are there live, and I don't want them to miss out. Okay, but if not, what I'm going to do is, so Lynn and, yeah, there's a post tab. It's a community. It used to be called the community tab. Maybe that's why you don't remember it. It used to be called the community tab, but they changed it. And you can actually run polls in there, and you can make personal posts. You could even do quizzes. I advertise my stuff on there as well. So what I'll do is I'll talk about, for example, like today I was like, oh, I have a free live channel review session. So that's actually where I got one of my signups, but they didn't go through. So what I'm going to do is, because I know Lynn isn't here, I'm going to review Lynn's, but just not right now. I just want to finish off with a little closer, because this is just more, here, this is just going to be really quick, because I do want to offer support if anyone here needs it. If now's not your time, that's totally fine. But I do just want to make everyone aware that I offer further help, because today we only covered the tip of the iceberg. And even in just 30 minutes with Tommy and Jennifer, it's the tip of the iceberg. I honestly, if there was no clock, I probably would have spent an hour on the both of you, but time is limited here. And we still only covered the top of the iceberg. I do have a YouTube business bootcamp if you're interested in more support. This is always available. So if now is not the time, that's totally fine. But if it is, there are a few different ways that I can support you. But I want you to know that this isn't like a typical program where this is like a cookie cutter course. This is actually designed to help you grow your YouTube and your business to achieve those consistent high cash months without burnout, sleazy tactics, or sacrificing your values for views and sales. It's one of my pet peeves to see YouTube and business coaches teach these sleazy tactics of, oh, just lie in your marketing, or, oh, just like make up fake testimonials. Like that gets so much under my skin, and that's not what I'm about. And I've helped people just like you, even people who've had imposter syndrome, people who didn't really have the foundations yet of their business. I've helped them to put those foundations in place so that they can get to the next level. Sometimes when we're at that point, we feel like it's not attainable. We think it's so far out of reach, but just by taking the right steps, the efficient steps, and having someone there to guide you through it, you can get there much faster and easier. It wasn't long ago. I mean, how long was it? 4 years ago that I was serving coffee. It was during 2020. Yeah, so 4 years ago I was serving coffee, and I didn't think, running a 6-figure business was anywhere in sight. But I took the leap. I invested in my mentor, who had a really nice program that helped me not only take the steps, but believe in myself, because the identity work is a huge part of it. And it's really important to have a roadmap, so that, because if you don't have a roadmap, you're going to be doing more trial and error and just things that don't work, things that don't move the needle forward. Oh, wow, you have 3 pages of notes. That's crazy. That's amazing, Tommy. I love that. And you can always watch this recording. It's always on my channel if you miss something. But again, this isn't just a course or cookie cutter strategy. It's an intensive, high-touch bootcamp where you're going to get direct feedback on content, strategies, and systems made from me and my team. So here's how we're going to help you overcome your challenges and to grow your YouTube and your business offers. So we create custom content plans. A lot of people today, we're missing keywords, and sometimes we hit a point where we kind of just throw out content. It's kind of like throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping that something sticks. That's not what I want you to do. And so my team and I, we craft ready-to-go content calendars, personalized with top-ranking topics, SEO, and strategies to help you stand out in your niche while staying true to your unique voice. That's so important. That's another thing that people do. YouTubers and business coaches say, oh, say this exact thing, and they don't encourage you to express your unique voice. But that is not what I'm about. But we still want strategy. We still want SEO. I showed you TubeBuddy today. That's one tool that we use, but I can talk for hours about TubeBuddy and how to really use it for creating a custom content plan, or that's something that we do for you. We also give individualized support. So we allow people in our bootcamp to submit anything to us, and there's no limit. Throughout the week, not on weekends, but throughout the week, you can submit any scripts, thumbnails, videos, offers, or business material to us for feedback. And we're going to ensure that we optimize your organic content for SEO and also so that you sell your offers. If you don't know what your offers are, we help you to get clear on that. And when the time is right, then we can discuss paid ads as a next step. Paid ads is something that you want to use once your organic content is working. Once your organic content is working, that's like a flame. Picture like a flame in a fire. And then picture paid ads like gas. It explodes. So if you're posting organic videos and you're reaching your target audience, people are signing up for your newsletter, your email list, they're buying your products, whatever it is that you're offering, putting paid ads into it is just going to amplify it. And so that's the next step. But we're helping you to become well-positioned for that experience. So we want your offers solid, your content solid, and your SEO. And we support you through every step of the way during our live calls and interactive chat. And it's important to have a 7-part roadmap. So this was a guide that I created. Yeah, so let me cover that in a second, Jennifer. That's a really great question about the silver and gold tier. In terms of Amazon Associates, my business partner, Art, so we're Art and Ari, my business partner, Art, ran an Amazon store. So yes, he's done that as well. I used to do Amazon Associates as well. So I still do. I offer books that I recommend, because I'm a big bookworm, and so I have experience with that. I have my own Amazon Associates account if you ever need help with that. But that's another really great way to monetize. So I'm glad you asked that, Jennifer. But back to this. So everyone, this is the map that I followed, not just when I was first starting my YouTube and my business, but a year ago, actually in 2024, I actually revamped my whole business. So I tore down all my offers because I found out that they weren't aligned. I actually fell into the trap of following sleazy advice from YouTubers and business gurus. So I tore it all down and I built it back up in a way that felt really good for me. And as I did that, I documented every single step of the way. Every single step. First step is to connect with your core. And so this is like, you all are Tony Robbins people. We did this over the last weekend, at his event. Connecting with your core is connecting with your purpose, shedding limiting beliefs, old stories, and kind of like attaching to. So we want to let go of limiting beliefs and attach to our vision, our purpose, what we're meant for. And so that's what connecting with your core is all about. Clarifying your dream clients is huge, because especially on YouTube, if we try to talk to everyone, we talk to no one. When it comes to clarifying your dream clients, I know, Jennifer, you had some questions about this. Sometimes like clients of mine, they target different interests on the same YouTube channel, but they have different playlists. So for example, one of my clients was in the fitness space, and she had a playlist for workout exercises, and then diet plans was another one. And then the other one was what's it called? Like supplements and nutrition. And so you can target different interests. So your dream clients can have like slightly different interests, and there's ways to target that on YouTube. So you can have more than one, as long as they fall under the same umbrella. But once you have your dream clients, then you can create or repair offers, capture aligned leads with solid landing pages, create consistent quality content. And once you post consistent high quality content, you're naturally going to get people interested in your offers. And the next step is closing sales with confidence. I remember when I first started my YouTube channel and business, and I remember when I got my first lead. I remember as well, my mentor was there to guide me through every step, because I was like, I've never created an offer before. Like, I don't know how to do this. And she helped me like structure a customized offer. She helped me come up with the price plan. And in this case, I was actually selling on Zoom. The lead came from YouTube, and then we got on a Zoom call, and I was scared shitless. I was like, oh my God, like I've never sold anything. Like it wasn't a good sales call. I learned a lot. I didn't end up closing it, but I learned a lot, and then I closed the next one. And so it was so bad. I wish I had that recording. It wasn't good. But my mentor helped me to gain the confidence, learn from my mistakes, and then boom, I closed the next lead. And then I was able to contribute, onboard them into my services, and deliver on my promise. Again, this doesn't always need to be your own products. You can still contribute, onboard, and deliver for any affiliate products. And I could go on and on about this, but I do that with some of my affiliate projects. I am affiliated with Kajabi, and I offer like a bonus call for anyone that uses my link when they sign up for a free trial. So even for my affiliate products, I still have some type of onboarding and delivery. Okay, but Jennifer, I'm going to answer your question in just a second. That map looks familiar. Huh, what does it look like to you? I made it on Canva. Maybe you saw it before. Tell me where that's familiar from. But anyway, what all that's going to accomplish for you is unmatched clarity. It's funny. I recently got testimonials from the bootcamp saying that some people have been in there for less than a month, and they're like, oh my gosh, I already have immense clarity. Someone else who I worked with from 7 months ago messaged me on Facebook saying that the call we had like 7 months ago, like, is still like giving them like this lasting clarity. Tony Robbins says that clarity is power, and it really is true. This is going to help you with your content planning. It's going to help you remove guesswork, so that you're not just throwing spaghetti at the wall. It's going to help you with converting YouTube content, creating offers that are irresistible and are profitable for you. It's going to help you make lead generating funnels. So these are simple links, simple web pages, and email sequences that turns a viewer into a buyer. Funnels are kind of like the bridge. And I'm going to help you, again, take out the guesswork so that you don't have to waste effort. SEO for more views. My business partner is an absolute whiz with SEO. He's like a next level genius, and he helps with the content calendars, optimizing your selling process. So we want this to be seamless and easy for you. We don't want a sales process with like 20 different steps, because then you're bound to lose the lead in that process. And then, of course, aligned and scalable systems. So this is just implementing automations that save you time and money and help you to grow. No worry, Tommy. Yeah, you can watch this later. Recording's always available. So as a recap, this is everything that you would get in the 6-month bootcamp. You get the content calendar. You can submit scripts to us. We have bi-weekly group calls, so that's every other week, twice a month, to help you implement the business and the content strategies. We have our interactive chat. So we have a group chat with other ambitious and awesome creators. I love every one of them. We really attract very nice people. Like, everyone in the community right now is so genuine, so nice. They're helping each other giving each other feedback. It's honestly, it's beautiful. It's like, I love it. I wake up in the morning and I see the interactions and I'm like, oh, yes. And then we have our 7-part roadmap course. So I create video lessons for every part of the 7-part roadmap. And then there's 2 weekly 10 to 15 minute trainings. And you can actually submit requests saying, hey, Ari, can you make a training about this? And I'll be like, of course. And then I will make that training for you. There's 3 different tiers. This one is our most popular and recommended. This is the gold tier. This one comes with everything that I just talked about. This is a 6-month program for an investment of total $36.97. If this is a bit of a stretch for you, I get it. I know that. I actually remember I even invested in Tony Robbins' $10,000 program, but they had a really nice flexible payment plan that made it easier for me. We have that as well, and we can make this work for you. So we could do $697 a month, but we also have Afterpay and Klarna, and that actually brings it down to as low as $188 a month. And so what happens is we've had clients use Afterpay, and it's like a low investment at first, like $188 a month, but then they earn back money from the program by making sales, and then they pay off whatever it is that they owe still with Klarna or Afterpay. If you're not ready for gold yet and you want to just get started with something else, we do have our silver tier. This is $97 a month. It comes with the 7-part roadmap and the 2 weekly trainings. This is a really good place to get started with the roadmap. It doesn't come with the calendar or the calls or submitting scripts for feedback, but the 7-part roadmap is really, 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 really good. Not to toot my own horn, but I release a lesson a week. It's a drip style course, and it's really good. I'm like, man, this is like crazy that I'm giving this for $97, but I wanted to give you something that was fully comprehensive and had everything in it. And I deliver on my promise, and it's really, really solid. And as long as you go through the material, like you're just going to get a great result. That's practically guaranteed. And then we have our custom tier. There's no set investment for this because this really depends on what you need and how complex your situation is. But we've helped with one-on-one coaching, team training, funnel and website building. We've created whole membership sites. So all the back-end technical stuff, we set it up so that as soon as customers bought, like they already got all their stuff and all the automations were in place. We do channel rebrand. I have a really solid graphic designer on the team who is really great at what he does, and he helps with the thumbnails and the banners. This is good for you if you don't have a really keen eye with graphics. YouTube ad setup. I have another person on the team who's great with advertising and setting up the whole technical backend, email copywriting, video scripting, editing, and uploading. So yeah, if you can apply for this one down below. But yeah, with the link, you could read more about these. If you want, you could just sign up for silver. You could just sign up now. But if you know that you want to do gold or diamond, but you just need a call first, well, there's a link down below and below this video here on YouTube, and you can use that link to book a call. That's only for people who registered for this event. So we can book a call and we can talk about your situation and how you would best fit into either gold or diamond and what we can achieve during our time and how it applies to your unique situation. If you don't need a call, you just message us saying, hey, Ari, I'm interested in gold. Can you send me the link? And I will send that to you. We'll move forward from there. But I want you to know that this is more than just about SEO, offers, etc. This is what we're working to end. I watched over a dozen YouTube videos of business owners saying that they're quitting. And these are business owners on YouTube who seemed like they had it all. Their life seemed amazing. Their channel was doing well. But behind the scenes, they were actually miserable. So some of these YouTubers, they didn't quit, but they stepped back for a few months because they were so burnt out. You're just looking at the comments here. They were just so burnt out. And so this is what we're working to end here. That constant pressure to produce content, suffering from imposter syndrome and self-sabotage, trying to build a sustainable business system that failed, frustration with ineffective ad spend, following bad advice, I talked about that one, not feeling excited about your niche, burnout from trying to balance YouTube with health and family, taking on draining clients or projects that aren't sustainable, feeling exhausted from the toll on creativity and mental health, and also regret over past content and dealing with that public criticism. So this is what we're working to end, because we help you to not only create a business and a YouTube channel that's profitable, but that's aligned for you. But I don't want you to just take my word for it. I'm hoping that StreamYard shares audio. So let me actually just make sure that, let's see, don't shoot it again. If you don't hear this audio, just let me know. But this is one of our members, Dominique, and she talked about how in the first 3 weeks of working with me, she earned $3,000. So hopefully you all can hear this. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Okay, you can't hear that. Okay, so she's basically saying that in 3 weeks of working with me, I practically know. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Okay, you can't hear that. Okay, so sorry, there's like a weird back noise. She's basically saying after 3 weeks of working with me, she earned $10,000 on Kajabi, and it was a big leap of faith for her because she was 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, she was going to give birth. She was going to give birth to a kid, and in the previous 2 months, she only made $2,000 total on Kajabi. And so she was talking about how the investment has been amazing. You can watch that video on the landing page down below. But what I love about her is that while most people use their children as a reason why they can't take action, Dominique used her children as a reason why she must take action. So she flipped the script and she was like, okay, I'm going to have these kids. That means I have to invest. I have to make this work. That's the attitude that you need to have going into this, that this needs to work no matter what, and I'm going to find a way. Because this isn't just about me. This is about my children. This is about my mission and my legacy, everyone who I'm meant to help. So she had imposter syndrome. She had fear, but the ones who win, the ones who have, like this great success are the ones who, just work through the fear and, take on good guidance from people to help them along the way. You don't have to go about this alone, which is what a lot of people do, and that's why they feel lost, and that's why they don't get the result that they want, and they end up quitting. And I don't want that to be anyone. Again, this isn't just talking the talk. We actually walk the walk. This is another one of our clients. She was in the custom package, and we launched a membership that earned $60K in just the first month. And this is recurring revenue. So this was an ongoing membership. So this isn't just one-time payments. These are people paying monthly. So most people, as you can see where the revenue came from. About half of it came from the annual plan, and then the other half came from the monthly plan. So this is the power in this. This is what I mean. YouTube's a crazy vehicle for growing a business. And there's many ways that you can do this. So these are just some of the ways that our students are generating massive income. So take a look at this and just ask yourself, how am I going to add $10,000, 5 figures a month to my bottom line? And you can do the math here. And when you do the math, it becomes less overwhelming. You could even have 5 clients paying you $2,000 a month, 10 clients paying you $1,000, 20 paying you $500. When you break apart the numbers, it doesn't feel as overwhelming and scary. You could even have 1 client paying you $10,000. And if you don't think that's attainable, well, there's a lot of niches where it actually is. Even in the arts niche, mental health niche, there's people paying a lot of money for art and mental health. That's a legitimate fact. I mean, you can look it up. So yeah, again, the links are down below. You can check them out. We do have a guarantee because we're so confident that this is your golden ticket to breaking through to the next level. So if you show up to the calls, follow the steps, and don't see measurable progress in your YouTube business within 6 months, we're personally going to work with you one-on-one to get back on track because we're 100% committed to your success. So 6 months from now, you're either going to be celebrating your biggest year yet or regretting that you didn't take action when you had the chance. So don't let this year be a repeat of last year. Take that leap today. If you have any questions, I'm here for you. Happy to answer them, but I just wanted to offer my best support possible. So I'm going to see if anyone has any questions. Now, it's too bad that audio wasn't playing, but Let me see here. I think I covered everyone. If anyone has any questions, let me know. Don't hesitate. But I'm here for you regardless. Down the line, you are allowed to sign up for another channel review, like in 6 months from now if you made a bunch of adjustments. And so this session is also always available. Yep, it's my pleasure, everyone. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you for the next one. Bye, everyone. It's my pleasure.